welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we are doing my December wrap up plus my January TBR. I decided I want to bring back wrap ups. I'm not going to do them the same way I used to. I'm going to basically just give like a very brief review saying my rating and why I loved it, because I realised the reason I didn't like my wrap-ups before is because I rambled to no end. So yeah, let's get on with the video. So the first book that I read in December was Hopeless by Elsie Silver. This is the last book in the Chestnut Spring series and I gave this a 5-star. I listened to the audiobook of this while I was travelling to go and see my friends Geordie and Amy, who I love and adore, and it was an amazing time seeing them. I like to listen to audiobooks when I travel because I get very travel sick, so audiobooks are a perfect way for me to pass the time and also get some reading done. But you know, I gave this a 5-star. I love Beau and Bailey. I think this is such an incredible book. I just love the characters and everything about it, and I love this series. It's like honestly one of my all-time favourite romance series now. Up next we have Redeeming Six by Chloe Walsh. This is the 4th book in the Boys Are Tommen series. I gave this 5 stars and I'm not surprised because I've given every book in that series so far a 5-star. I love this series. I love the characters. I love everything about this story. It's so heartbreaking but also so beautiful at the same time, and I just loved getting to know more about Joey and Aoife. But yeah, no, absolutely incredible book. I actually basically read this entire book in a day. Because I started the first 40 pages, like randomly, like a while ago, and then I softed DNF'd it for a while, and then I read from page 40 to page 927 in a day when I didn't sleep. I actually read this for a video on my channel which was reading wrapped up books, which you will have seen recently. Okay, so the 3rd book I read was Consider Me. This was the 2nd book I read in my Reading Wrapped Up Books video. I gave this a 3.75 stars. There was just something about this book I didn't gel with completely. I felt it was very insta-lovey and I'm just not the biggest fan of that, but I did have a really good time when I was reading it and it is an enjoyable book. It's just not one of my all-time favourite romance series, but I do want to read the rest of the series and I'm looking forward to reading them. So the final 2 books that I read this month were actually the book club picks of the quarter for the book club that I'm in that is run by the lovely Em and Geordie. I will leave a link to Em's TikTok down below because she has an application form in her bio to sign up for the book club. It's an amazing place to be and it's full of a bunch of wonderful people. But the November and December picks for the fantasy book club were Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. I did read Fourth Wing last year, but I reread it this year just so I could have a refresher, and I remembered why I love this series so much. I love the characters and I love this world, and then I read Iron Flame in like 2 days. It was incredible. These are both 5-star reads for me. I know a lot of people didn't like Iron Flame, but I personally thought it was amazing. I loved the characters, I loved seeing the world more, and I just loved every single thing about it, and I can't wait for Onyx Storm to come out in January. So the final book in my wrap up is one that I haven't actually like started yet, but I know I will be finishing it before the end of the month, which is why I'm reading it now, which I'm putting it in now, and I will put my rating for it here. If I didn't finish it, I will put a thing here saying I didn't finish it, but I think I will do because I still got a week left in the month and I have the audiobook. But the last book is Sky Shade by Alex Astor. This is the 3rd book in the Lightlark series, and if you know me, I love this series, and I'm reading this for a vlog on my channel which will be going up at some point in January. Okay, so I've decided I'm going to use my TBR jar again to do my January TBR. I am very much a mood reader though, so if I don't read these books I won't be surprised. I'm going to probably call them my January hopefuls for the ones I pick, so let's get started. I'll show you the prompt to the camera first and then I will do it myself. A non-fiction book. Okay, let me have a quick look. I think the book I'm going to go with for this prompt is Beyond the Wand by Tom Felton. I love Tom Felton and I love the Harry Potter universe and everything about it. If you couldn't tell, I'm a big Harry Potter fan. You can't really see my collection here, but I have a massive shelf there. And I love Tom Felton. Draco Malfoy is one of my favourite characters. So yeah, that is the first book. I think I'm probably going to pick 6 books. Okay, prompt number 2. Show it to the camera again first. A free pick. Okay, I think I already know what I'm going to pick for this one. Okay, I think my free pick is going to be Taming Seven by Chloe Walsh. I adore the Boys of Tommen series, and one of my goals for next year is to try and get through some of the series I'm in the middle of, and once I read this one, I'll be completely up to date with the Boys of Tommen world. So yeah, that is book number 2 on my TBR, and I'm very excited because I do absolutely adore this series and these characters. Okay, prompt number 3. A book with flowers on the cover. Okay, let me see if I can find a book with flowers on the cover. Okay, the book I'm going to go with is The Way I Am Now by Amber Smith. This is the sequel to The Way I Used to Be, which I read this year, and I loved that book. I gave it a 5 stars, and I'm really looking forward to reading this one. And I'm also really looking forward to the audiobook because some of it's narrated by Jordan Fisher, and if you know, he is amazing, and I love him, and I love his voice. So that is book number 3. Okay, next prompt. A book with a beautiful cover. Okay, this one I'm looking forward to because I think a lot of my book covers are beautiful. Okay, beautiful covers are subjective, so if you don't think this cover is beautiful, that's your opinion. I do think it's beautiful. So the book I went with is Off to the Races by Elsie Silver. This is book 1 in the Gold Rush Ranch series. You're technically supposed to read this series before you read Chestnut Springs, but I did not, and I don't think a lot of people do. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading this because I love Elsie Silver's writing, and I think, like I said, I think her Chestnut Springs series is incredible, so I'm really looking forward to reading this because it's so pretty. I think it's so pretty. I love the colours. Blue is one of my favourite colours, so of course I picked this. I think you can probably tell blue is one of my favourite colours because the jumper, this was a gift off of one of my absolutely amazing friends, Em. I love it so much. It's so comfy, and also it's ACOTAR, so. Okay, so we have 2 more left. Let's try and get a prompt from the bottom of the jar. There we go. Oh, that's upside down. There we go. A book with a red cover. Okay, let's have a look for a book with a red cover. Okay, I think the book I'm going to go with is A Cute Reaction by Ruby Lang. I don't know much about this book. I bought it a while ago because I got Geordie a copy as well for her birthday, and I got myself a copy at the same time. So yeah, that is book number 5 on this list. Now to pick the last one. Okay, last prompt. Let a colour wheel pick. Okay, let me get my iPad so we can do a colour wheel. Okay, so we have the wheel picked up, so let's click it. Okay, so we went with deep purple, so I need to find a book with a purple cover. Okay, so the book I decided to go with is Belladonna by Adeline Grace. This is actually one of the books that was picked for me in my 12 books from 12 friends, which will be in a video very, very soon. I'm going to do a video explaining all my 12 books from 12 friends for this year. But yeah, that is the last book for my January TBR. Okay, so that is my January TBR, and I think we've got a good selection here. We've got a fantasy, got a couple of different romances, and we have a autobiography. And I'm really looking forward to reading all of these. These are ones that I'm really excited to read, and I think I'm just gonna have a great time with all of these books. Well, maybe not this one, because this one will make me cry, but this one has the capacity to make me cry too. So, you know, I'll still have a great time. I'll just be crying while I have a great time. Okay, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment and subscribe, and hit that little notification bell below so you know when I upload. And I hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a lovely new year, and I am so excited to get on with this year's videos. I've got a lot of plans for my YouTube this year, and I hope they all work out. But yeah, that's it, and I will catch you guys next time.